Hey guys, today we're going to be looking at something a little bit different than normal. I guess you could call it a tool, just a little bit different. It's a Smith & Wesson M&P 9mm. It is not the M&P 2, it's just the M&P 1, or the original M&P. Really good gun. I carry this daily. Traded, or didn't trade it. My old carry gun used to be a Glock. This one was a little bit smaller than the Glock. Of course, it's a single stack, and I got a really good deal on it. So I decided that, yeah, this will be my new carry gun. I've shot around 1,000 rounds, give or take, through it. Only a couple failure ejects and failure feeds, but really not bad for what it is. Again, it's chambered in 9mm. This flush fit magazine holds 7 rounds, plus 1 in the chamber, of course. And it also comes with a 8+1 magazine, so 2 in the box that it comes with. It doesn't have any fancy blow molded box like the old Smith & Wessons do. Just a cardboard box they give you. But for the price, it's not bad. I got this, probably November of last year, something like that. Bought it through Palmetto State Armory, and it was $240 or something like that. Don't quote me on it, but something like that. Plus, Smith & Wesson had a rebate on it, so it was like $50 back or something like that. So it was a killer deal for this gun. This one I got specifically for me because it does not have an external safety. So the only safety that it has on it is your finger, which is perfect for concealed carry. I actually got my wife one just with the external safety right here on the frame. So we'll just take this apart real quick and take a look at it. Of course, empty magazine and empty chamber. So we're going to take it apart. So it's really easy, really easy gun to take apart. You lock the slide back with the lock. You pull your quick release down. So I'll make this a little easier for you guys to see. So just pull it down. No buttons to press or anything like that. Sorry, I'm trying to show you while doing it. So then we'll press the slide release down so the slide goes forward. Pull the trigger, and it should have slide off. So look at the frame first. So the frame, of course, is all polymer design. It is a whole gun made in the United States, of course, Springfield, Massachusetts. So really nice. The metal components on it, the trigger is plastic, the quick release is plastic, and the internal parts of the main components that are firing the gun or holding the slide on the frame are metal. So you have the metal here, and you have metal in the back, along with your trigger mechanism and stuff like that. The plastic is pretty stiff in the front. I mean, it gets thin, but it's still not easy to push together with your fingers, which is really nice. And again, the trigger is pretty nice on this. Not the best. Smith & Wessons don't usually have the best triggers, but again, for what you're looking at, for what you get, it's not bad, especially for the price. So yeah, the frame's really nice. I mean, even the seams on the frame seem to be really nicely made, especially for the price you're paying for the gun. The spring, of course, is your double spring with these new pistol designs, of course, because they have the shorter slide. So real nice. This stays in my pocket, again, all the time, so there's no rust on it or anything like that. And the barrel is, of course, the fancy smanchy Smith & Wesson barrels with a polished feed ramp. And again, there's probably dust all over this gun. I'm sorry, it's from my pants pocket. It's, of course, not a defect of the gun. Just showing you what it looks like naturally, you know, not polishing it up or anything like that. The barrel doesn't really have super bunch of wear on it. So in terms of the exterior, so you of course you can see that it slides on the frame. I mean, that's just how a gun works, right? It has a round indicator right here. I don't know if you can see that. but when it's in the gun, and we'll show you when it's in the gun, of course not with a round in it, but I'll show you when it's in the gun, the round indicator right there. So when you have the perfect amount of light through it, you can see the brass, the rim on the brass. Actually, here, we'll look at this. So I don't know if you can see that, but the rim of the brass, you can see through that little chamber load indicator. So really nice. It's better. I know a lot of guns now have it where it protrudes from the side. So this one, of course, has the injector on the side, but some of them protrude like super far from the side. And especially if you're carrying with one loaded in the chamber, it gets caught in a lot of stuff when it's actually that far out. So the fact that it doesn't have that is really nice, and it just has this. Again, don't be stupid. I mean, if you're not stupid with the gun, you're not gonna worry about shooting yourself or anything like that. Just don't be dumb. Make sure if you, first time owning a gun, you go in, you look at it, and you take some classes if you need to take classes if you don't know what to do. They're cheap enough as it is. I don't see why you wouldn't be able to do that. The sights on this are a regular 3-dot sight, all metal, which is really nice, unlike the plastic ones you get on, say, the Glocks, the polymer ones you get on the Glocks. It's a really, really nice sight. You don't have to worry about, you know, dropping it and breaking the sights or anything like that. I don't know why you'd be dropping your gun, but shit happens, I understand that. The serrations on the side of the slide are really nice. It's like a fish scale almost. But I mean, overall, still really nice. Gives you good grip. The M&P 2s, one of the biggest differences you're gonna have is it has serrations up here on the front. Now, not on the whole front, but like on the bottom front. Again, for the money, if you can find the M&P 1s, I think they're just as good. There's a little bit of benefit for the M&P 2s. Again, the serrations, and then the triggers a little bit better on those. But this isn't a target pistol. This isn't, you know, a match Beretta or 1911 or anything like that. You're not going to get something that's absolutely gorgeous with this. But for the price, and you'll keep hearing me say that, for the price, it's a very good gun. Yeah, and the stamping on it is really nice. The finish on these, I'm pretty sure, what is it called? The Armalite finish or whatever it's called for Smith & Wesson. Really, really nice. I mean, the only thing that I've seen rusted on this gun, if you can see, this back roll pin is the only thing that is rusted on this gun in the, 7 months now that I've had it and been carrying it. And I don't carry it with the holster, even though I probably should. Don't carry it with the holster in my pocket, just put it in my pocket. So that's all my sweat on it because I carry it on that left side. So, I mean, all I did is put 301 oil in there and wiped it with a towel. All the rust was gone, it was just surface rust. But the slide looks great. I mean, this is the part of the slide that'd be on my leg. And I mean, it looks fantastic. I have no complaints with it at all. Even when I carry it in my other pocket, in my right pocket, this is the other side. Again, there's not even a hint of corrosion on it, which is really nice. Overall, the gun, of course, is extremely easy to put back together. The barrel, you know, of course, because it's a whatever the hell it's called, where the barrel moves up and down with the gun. So barrel locks into place, put your recoil spring in, that little lip goes there, and all you have to do is just line these little teeth on the frame up to the groove in the slide. You put it in like that, and I'm gonna make it to where you can kind of see. You're gonna pull it back, lock the slide open, maybe. Here we go. Flip your takedown lever back up, put the slide forward, maybe, and voila, just like that. Now I would tell you this, the magazine release on these guns are extremely heavy. Now I can usually do it, you know, just fine. Remember, this gun's been worn in. When we first got this gun, there's no way in hell my wife would have been able to do it. And I can see that she didn't do it, because when we went shooting, she could not for the life of her put that magazine release down. So if you're a woman or you're just not a strong guy, what you'll do is just pull the slide back, let it go forward. Not a big deal. Again, clearly that's the way the gun's designed. Really not that big deal. I guess you could probably change that. I wouldn't recommend it. But I mean, again, if you break in the gun, if you're a guy with any sort of hand strength, I think you'd be totally fine. Overall, I think the gun is great. I think it really is a good value. Later on, if I see that you guys actually like the gun videos too, I can compare it with the other guns that are kind of similar to this in terms of size or price, or just any other thing that you guys might be interested in. Again, my wife might be, but I'm never opposed to buying a new gun. So any excuse, if you guys say, unless it's like a $3,000 gun, I'm not buying that. But
new dog.
Any other excuse that you guys could say, yeah, I really want to see, the Kel-Tec, 3000. It's just like, yep, sounds good. I'll go buy one. So, I mean, you guys ask if you have any questions. If you have any suggestions, whether it be tools or guns for the next one, let me know, and I'll see you guys next time.